We'll start this morning with some big breaking news.
The confirmation from Liverpool that Hugo Ekitike has suffered a ruptured Achilles tendon lands as a devastating blow not only to the player himself but to the club's ambitions and the wider football landscape. An Achilles injury is widely regarded as one of the most serious setbacks an athlete can face, often requiring surgery and a lengthy rehabilitation period that can stretch well beyond 6 months. For a forward whose game relies heavily on sharp movement, acceleration, and confidence in duels, the psychological and physical hurdles ahead are immense. This is not just a pause in momentum, it is a complete interruption at a critical stage of his career. Ekitike had been building his presence steadily, working to establish himself as a key attacking option. His movement off the ball, ability to stretch defensive lines, and composure in front of goal had started to earn him recognition. At a club like Liverpool, where competition for places is intense and expectations are relentless, every opportunity matters. This injury, unfortunately, halts that progression abruptly. Timing makes it even more painful, as the business end of the season is where players often define their impact and legacy within a squad. Missing this period means he will not be able to contribute to crucial matches that could shape the club's success. For Liverpool, the implications go beyond simply losing a player. Squad depth becomes immediately tested, and tactical plans may need to be adjusted. Managers rely on rotation to maintain intensity across multiple competitions, and losing a forward option forces others to take on increased responsibility. It could also accelerate decisions in the transfer market or push younger players into the spotlight sooner than anticipated. Injuries of this magnitude often reshape a team's dynamics, both on and off the pitch, influencing how games are approached and how risk is managed. The international dimension adds another layer of disappointment. Ekitike's absence from the upcoming World Cup with France's national football team is a significant personal loss. Representing one's country on the biggest stage in football is a dream for any player, and for someone still carving out his place at the top level, it is an opportunity that could have defined his trajectory. Being ruled out means not only missing the tournament but also losing the chance to compete for a spot in a highly competitive national squad. For France, known for its depth and quality, every international window is a chance to prove worth, and missing one as significant as the World Cup can alter a player's standing. Recovery from an Achilles rupture is as much mental as it is physical. Players often speak about the long months of isolation during rehab, the slow rebuilding of strength, and the challenge of trusting their body again. There is always the lingering question of whether they can return to their previous level, particularly in a league as demanding as the Premier League. However, modern sports medicine has made significant advancements, and many players have successfully returned from similar injuries to perform at elite levels. The process, though, requires patience, discipline, and the right support system from both the club and medical staff. Ekitike's situation will now shift from competition to recovery. The focus will be on surgery, rehabilitation, and gradually regaining match fitness. Liverpool's medical team will play a crucial role in ensuring that he does not rush back prematurely, as setbacks in such injuries can be costly. The club's approach will likely be cautious, prioritizing long-term health over short-term gains. Support from teammates, coaches, and fans will also be vital in helping him maintain morale during this challenging period. From a broader perspective, injuries like this serve as a reminder of the physical demands placed on modern footballers. The intensity of the game, packed schedules, and minimal recovery time increase the risk of serious injuries. Clubs are constantly balancing performance with player welfare, but incidents like this highlight how fragile even the most promising careers can be. One moment a player is pushing to make an impact, the next, they are facing months on the sidelines. Despite the severity of the setback, Ekitike still has time on his side. His career is far from defined by this moment, and many players have used similar challenges as turning points. The road ahead will not be easy, but resilience often shapes the best comebacks. If he can navigate the rehabilitation process successfully, there is every chance he can return stronger, both physically and mentally. For now, the focus remains on recovery and support. Liverpool must adapt, France will adjust their plans without him, and Ekitike begins the long journey back to the pitch. The disappointment is undeniable, but football has always been a game of setbacks and comebacks. How he responds to this moment will ultimately define the next chapter of his career.